Hello and welcome to worldsmarket.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom, and joining us now is Stuart from tipsterhq.com. We're going to take a look at the Champions League semi-finals first leg matches taking place tomorrow and Wednesday. We're going to start with Man City versus Real Madrid. Obviously, Man City, they pulled the upset in the quarterfinals. They're now here in the semi-finals. They've got the home leg. It's a must-win for them because I think it's going to be very dangerous, very hard for them heading over to Spain next week. They are not the favourites, though, to win their home leg. It's Real Madrid, 2.5, Man City 3, and then the draw 3.4, all at Bet365. Do you have a lean on those odds? It's good odds there, so we've got good value, but can you pick a winner?
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion in this market, mainly I think because Cristiano Ronaldo may miss this game. And of course, on the Manchester City side, then Toure may also be missing this game. So I think both sides are looking at their injury problems, and a lot of punters looking at it and saying there could be an issue here. Personally, I think maybe this could enter the draw.
Yeah, I was actually chatting to Bernardo Baltazar from the Al Tips just recently on Skype, and he said that Ronaldo was confirmed for this match. So let's just say that he is confirmed. Do you think Real Madrid now have got the upper hand?
If he's playing, and last I heard he was travelling but wasn't guaranteed to play. If he's playing, then that's a major boost for Real Madrid because he really is a big game player. He's the kind of guy that you really do rely on to help you out in games like this. Gareth Bale is really good, and I say that with some bias. But I think Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the top two players in the world right now, and will be for the next year or so at least.
Yeah. So would you put your money on the outrights?
On the outrights, I think I would actually be avoiding this one. There's just a little bit too much confusion in the markets for me, and that goes for everything right the way through all of the markets in this one. I think you may look to both teams to score, but I'm not sure that's something you want to be getting into either. So for me, this one's one to avoid. All
right, one to avoid. Are there any markets, though, that are standing out right now that we should take a look at?
Well, the draw, obviously, is a good one, I think. But for me, that's the only one that's really tempting at all.
I'm I quite fancy both teams to score, I have to say, 1.61. Obviously, there's not a lot of value in that bet right now. But I think that the first leg is often sort of like, you've got to tread a little bit more cautiously to see how the teams sort of play. They do also have their league commitments. Real Madrid are in their sort of like three-legged race right now. Man City are playing to keep top four. And I think you've got to sort of bear all of that in sort of consideration as well when predicting this match.
Yeah, I think this will be a really tight, cagey game. I think it's definitely going to need that second leg to come up with any kind of decider. And often we do see the semi-final first legs become really quite cagey and really quite boring in many ways. So I don't think it's going to be the best game. I certainly don't think you're going to see anything like the 4-0 win that Manchester City had against Stoke on Saturday. But we'll see what happens when it comes around.
All right, well, let's head on over now to the next Champions League match taking place on Wednesday. Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are the slight favourites there, 2.7, William Hill. They are the competition favourites, but obviously Atletico Madrid, they pulled the upset. They knocked Barca out. They were the previous competition favourites. Can they do it again? Can Atletico Madrid knock out Bayern Munich?
Well, it was definitely a bit of a surprise for me when they managed to do it. But if you've got two teams that are quite close in playing styles, it really was Barcelona and Bayern Munich. So if Atletico Madrid can do it against Barcelona, they've definitely got a chance in doing it against Bayern Munich as well.
Yeah. Now, these two teams, strangely enough, have very little history together. Does it make it even harder to predict? Obviously, we've got the first leg, which is tough anyway, and now they've got very little history together. Is this a tough one to predict?
Yeah, that does make it a little bit tougher. Also, the clash of styles, because you're not really sure which way it's going to go. It could go either way. I think we may see both teams scoring. I think we may even see Atletico Madrid win in this one. We may see them eking out a little bit of an advantage. But obviously, if Bayern Munich can get that away goal, that would be massive for the second leg.
Yeah. Well, both teams are on fantastic form, but it is a must-win for Atletico. They've got to win their home leg because that is key before, obviously, they head over to Bayern Munich. So what do you like in this match? Where would you sort of point us for the value?
Well, I'm expecting Atletico to be going for a goal in this one, and that will obviously create some gaps. So for me, both teams to score, the yes market, I think that's pretty good. I got on at 1.98 with Bet Victory. It's now gone up to 2.05. That bet's just getting better and better. So I think people should be looking at that one, certainly. All
right, should we take it now, or do you think it will creep up even more tomorrow?
I think this is the kind of thing it's going to go out and then slide back in. So I think if you can get on now, and it's anywhere above evens, then it's a very good bet.
All right, fantastic stuff. So look to the both teams to score market, and that was Stuart from tipsterhq.com, wrote an article for us detailing the Champions League semi-final first leg matches. Do check that out over at oddsmarket.com. Stuart, thank you for joining us.